Panel discussion kan topic ka our voice, our futures lie. Hikai na kan zomi, berang holin, kan benchim lai, zapini take holding in. Tonight's conversation is about identity, belonging, and the road ahead. As Chin youth, many of us grew up between two worlds, remembering home while learning how to thrive in a new country. And yet, our stories connect to a larger struggle for justice, for peace, and opportunity for all people of Myanmar. And we'll explore some of the questions together, and I'll guide the conversation and invite each of our panelists to share in about 90 seconds. And I would like to introduce our panelists here. His Excellency, Dr. Sasa, Union Minister of International Cooperation, National Unity of Government of Myanmar. Next, His Excellency, Ambassador Sam Brownback. Ambassador Sam Brownback currently serves as co-chair of the International Religious Freedom Summit and chairman of the National Committee for Religious Freedom. Next, Her Excellency Minister Do Zin Maong, Minister of Foreign Affairs, National Unity, Government of Myanmar. Next, His Excellency Dr. Yan Mung Sakong, Union Minister of Federal Union Affairs, National Unity Government of Myanmar. And last but not least, we have Mr. Rome Talop, founder and CEO of the Talop Group. And I would like to thank all of our panelists for engaging in this dialogue. And it means so much for our youth, and thank you for joining us tonight. Our first question for tonight is, how can the youth be more involved in our revolution in Myanmar? And we will start with His Excellency, Dr. Sasa. Our first question for tonight is, how can the youth be more involved in our revolution in Myanmar?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. President, for such kind introduction. I think the young people tonight, as our artists sing here, it is such a great energy, such a great energy. You know, wow, let's clap for them. You have a great energy. So the energy is with you. The energy is with you, and your energy is your voice, and your voice is powerful. Just think about that. If we can use that energy for the people of Burma, just imagine the potential that you have. Honestly, I believe Burma army afraid of the energy you show tonight. They are afraid of the energy. They can't stand against it. But you know what? Your faith and your belief, I believe that that energy came from what you believe, what you hope, what is your faith. You know, so that is your most powerful weapons, more powerful than nuclear weapons, okay? That's more powerful than nuclear weapon. Really, the thing is that energy is, if we all combine the energy that you have, we will defeat military dictatorship once and for all. That's it.
Thank you, His Excellency Dr. Sasa, for his inspiring message to our youth. And next will be the same question as well for His Excellency Ambassador Sam Brownback. How can the youth be more involved in our revolution in Myanmar?
First, thank you for letting me be a part of this. And I'll just briefly speak here, but thank you for letting me be a part of this. And I want to challenge you to get involved in this country and in Burma, in both places, and you can do it. And you have got a position from being here to be able to be engaged politically in this country if you just become active. I grew up on a farm just south of here, about 60 miles. And our crop that we had was corn and soybeans and pigs and cattle. And I ended up in the United States Senate and governor and ambassador because I got involved. And you can do that. And then take that involvement and use it back for Burma as well, because they need you. The freedoms that you have here, you want to be involved in, you want for them to have in Burma. And as Dr. Sassa said too, so much of it centers around faith. You have to believe. We don't fight like men. We fight like believers. We fight like people who have faith. In the old story of David and Goliath, David didn't fight like a man. When they put shields and when they put his helmet on, he said, I can't do it. And he fought like a believer. He went out and got a couple of stones. And with that, he takes on the giant, because he said the giant had insulted the living God. And he took on the giant and defeated him. And it's that sort of faith. Carry your faith forward with you. Believe the promises that God's given us. I'm a follower of Jesus, just like many of you are. Live that faith. Believe the promises. The promises of God are inactive until somebody walks along and believes in them. And when somebody believes in them, they become dynamite. They become strong. And you are. And follow the dream that God gives you. Pursue it with all your heart. And change the world. Help America and bring freedom to Burma. God bless you all.
Thank you, His Excellency, Ambassador Sam Brownback. Next, we'll move to Her Excellency, Minister Dozima Aung. How can the youth be more involved in the revolution in Myanmar?
Thank you. Thank you so much for the questions. There are so many ways young people can involve for Burma, for revolution. Actually, youths already involved and take leads. This 2021 Spring Revolution is actually led by the young people and young generations. So at that point, so each and every generation, you can see revolutions, each and every change take led by young people. So in this regard, I really would like to encourage you. I saw the motto, our voice, our future. Is it correct? So I think people, and especially young people from all walks of life, from Burma and across the world, are contributing by different way to fight against tyranny and military junta. So for those who are living here in one of the most powerful countries here, you have the most powerful voice to bring the brighter future for Burma. So your colleague, your brother and sister who are living in Burma are fighting against the junta in the battlefields. But at the same time, young generations, young people across the globes are contributing that fighting. So I think the combinations of fighting against military junta on the ground and across the globes are coming together, and you have the most powerful voice for the future, and of course for the fight for the freedom and for the fight against the military junta. So the future is in your hands. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Her Excellency. And next we'll move to His Excellency Dr. Lianmung Sakong with the same question. How can the youth be more involved in our revolution in Myanmar?
Hello. Thank you for having me. And then I got the same question. I think very simply, by making your voice, you can involve in this revolution. By creating the future, you can involve in this revolution. In our Chin word, revolution is do ken na. Do meaning we revolt against it. Ken meaning we change it. We don't like the current system, military dictatorship, and freedom, which we would like to change, which we are revolting against it. So in which you, all the youth, the young people could involve. Actually, this revolution is started by a generation like you, what we call in Burma, Generation Z. In 2021 February, those young people revolt against the military coup, and they started marching on the street, and they are killed by, arrested by, and hanged by the military dictators. So many young people shed their blood. So many young people like you sacrificed their life. So many young people are holding arms and fighting in the jungle, in the city, in the street, wherever in the country. So I think you can help them by praying for them, by contributing some money, your pocket money, and by making your voice and standing up and tell the world that in our country, military dictatorship is destroying people's life, killing innocent people, destroying the churches, the people's houses, the temple, the Buddhist pagoda, which is unacceptable in this civilized world. You are living in the civilized world. You are living in America, a free country. So you can make your voice for the voiceless people of Burma, which is the theme for tonight. Make your voice, and vision for the future, creating a freedom of the future, peace for the future. So this is how you can involve in this struggle. I think you should involve, you should pray for them, you should be giving your voice for them. Thank you.
Thank you, His Excellency Dr. Lianmung Sakong. And next, we have our panelist, Mr. Rom Talop. The same question as well. How can the youth be more involved in our revolution in Myanmar?
Thank you for having me. First of all, I want to shout out our youth. You guys are the best. You guys have the best energy. So, you know, there's a lot of ways we can engage and use our voice. We can use this platform, CYONA, to make sure we spread awareness. We are all still, at the end of the day, we have uncles, grandpas, grandmothers, maybe fathers and mothers still in that region. I think it is our duty to help as much as we can, and also help our elders as well on how we can better attack these issues. There's many ways to engage, but I'd like to say, you know, even voting is very important. It doesn't matter who you vote, just voting, just doing your civic duties is extraordinarily important. My colleagues here, my distinguished panelists have really said all that needs to be said regarding today's topic. But for me, I'd like to say, please vote, use your voice. You're extraordinarily powerful, more than what you know. And your voice really counts, it really matters. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rom Talop. And we will now move on to our second part of the question. And we'll start with His Excellency Ambassador Sam Brownback. This question is, how can the U.S., through efforts like the international religious freedom, engage in issues facing not only the Chin, but also Kachin and Karenni Christians, as well as Rohingya and Buddhist group?
I think you have to form a coalition. I mean, that would be my simple and direct answer to you, is Burma is a multi-ethnic, multi-religious country. It's got to have a religion, you've got to have a coalition of people coming together, or you'll fracture and you'll get ruled by division. Division rules your country. Unity, you take power in your country. And I think you're really going to have to work at pulling these coalitions together to stand for each other's right to religious freedom, to pursue their faith as they see fit. That's what we do in the United States. This is a founding principle of the United States, is religious freedom. There's no government-run religion. You have the right to practice your own faith, whatever that might be. And that's the principle you have to pull everybody around. Religious freedom for everybody, everywhere, all the time. And that coalition is a far stronger thing than individuals are.
Thank you, His Excellency, Mr. Ambassador Sam Brownback. Next question is for Her Excellency Minister Daw Zimmaong. What initiatives or engagements have been made so far in the national unity of government, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, that affects youth involvement? Our next question is, what initiatives or engagements have been made so far in the national unity government of Ministry of Foreign Affairs that affects youth involvement? The youth.
From your ministry, what involvement have you, what initiatives have you taken? Youth, yeah.
Yeah, time it all. So, thank you so much.
We can't hear, it's really loud up here, so.
Okay. Thank you. Actually, in our ministry, there are many young CDM diplomats are supporting us, so internally. And another thing is we have two kinds of engagement, like diplomacy and advocacy. So in terms of the advocacy, the role of the young people is really very important. We used to engage with youth activists who are working on the ground in order to reflect the voice of the people of the Myanmar and revolutions, and then we bring those voices to the each and every countries that we advocate for. So that is why the role and the voices of the people, especially young peoples, are matters for us for diplomacy. Thank you.
Thank you, Her Excellency. Next question is for His Excellency Dr. Sasa. And what initiatives or engagements have been made so far in the national unity of government, the Ministry of International Cooperations, that affects youth involvements?
Mr. President. International community is a very large and big community, particularly when I was in the UK. I was engaged with some university, some church, and some community, and it was a very powerful. Some of the young community there and students like college, universities, they start writing a letter to their own member of parliament to question about Burma issue in the UK Parliament. And here as well, example, I was here in America and Indiana, we were talking about how US Congression of United States of America can engage more on Burma, particularly Burma caucus. Before we came here, there was a 16 member of US Congress member in Burma caucus. And we engage with the community like you, and those Professor Sharif, who was elected as US Congress member last November election. And the people like you asked Congress member Professor Sharif to become a member of Burma caucus in the Congress. Straight away, the next day, he became a member of the US Congressional Caucus on Burma. That means that you are really powerful because you are United States citizens, many of you. And your vote become your voice. And your voice is represented in Washington, D.C. So I think your engagement and our engagement with this grassroots and the youth are very, very crucial for making Burma a democratic country. I just like to say you are more powerful than you know. Please use your voice as your power.
Thank you, His Excellency Dr. Sasa. And we have His Excellency Dr. Liamong Sakong. What initiatives or engagements have been made so far in the NUG Union Minister of Federal Union Affairs that affects youth involvement?
And my ministry assignment is prepare for the future of the Union of Burma. And we are intending to rebuild our country based on the principle of democracy and federalism. So the young people should know about what is democracy, what is federalism, what is freedom, because we are living in 70 years under military dictatorship and all kind of dictatorship. So you are so lucky, guys, those who are sitting here, you are so lucky. You are living in a democratic society and a free society. Our young people do not know what is democracy. They do not experience what is freedom. They do not know how to practice a federal system. So for that reason, my ministry, not only for preparing a constitution for our future, but also writing and printing and producing a number of books and papers about democracy, federalism, and giving all kind of training for the young people all over the country, even online. And if possible, we are conducting such a training on the ground and as well as online. So I think you should also contribute. All the young people in America, tell your friends back in Burma, back in Chin State, about democracy, about federalism, how you practice a federal system here in the United States, how you vote in a democratic society, how you express your freedom of speech. So such is so important thing for our future, which I really, really would like to request you to contribute for our people. Thank you.
Thank you, His Excellency Dr. Liamong Sakong, for your insights. And next we have Mr. Rom Talop. We have a specific question for Mr. Talop. What does our voice mean to you personally, and why is it important that the Chin youth to speak up, or the broader community youth to speak up?
Well, it means really deep to me since I am a Chin. I am also a first-generation immigrant. I am a refugee. When I first got to this country, I was only 3 years old. My mom had to take care of me and my three siblings, 4 of us. in an apartment that is one-bedroom apartment. And that's a story that a lot of us youth face. This is the grievances that we all share. And I think, it really means a lot to me that we are all here engaging in this conversation, having this discussion, having this dialogue. Because a lot of times we kind of forget. We forget where we came from. We could forget why our parents worked so hard to get us here. We forget so much about the luxuries that we have. And, we need to keep advocating, keep pushing. I know as a youth, it was really difficult to talk to my elders at first, but I kept pushing them. I kept learning from them, and they learned from me. And that's what it's all about, engaging and communicating.
Thank you, Mr. Talab, for your message to the youth as well. Lastly, we have a question that is for all our panelists here, and that is, what message would you like to share to our youth for tonight? And we'll start with here, His Excellency Dr. Sasa.
My message to the young people tonight is really, again, I believe that we are called by God Almighty here. If we do this event in Burma right now, Burma army will come and bomb us. But we have got the freedom to do this event. It's not just a convection. I believe that tonight is a commitment night. If all of us make commitment for the freedom of our people, that will happen. That will happen. I like to share that, your belief is really those stronger voice. That is what you believe in Jesus Christ. What you believe is what will become tomorrow. What you believe is what will become reality. So have that faith in Jesus.
Thank you, Excellency Dr. Sasa. Next, His Excellency Ambassador Sam Brownback. The question is, what message do you have for the youth for tonight?
My message to you, and I ask that you would really take this to heart, that you would really think about this, is it is time for change in Burma. It is time. It is time that this military dictatorship gets thrown out. It is time for freedom to come to Burma. It is time. You've suffered long enough. I've worked on Burmese issues for decades. It is time, and change is brought about by young people. You're the ones that drive change. Change is driven on young legs. It's you pushing for it. And start praying together for regime change in Burma, and how can I be used to get it done? Pray that. Pray for regime change in Burma, for a democracy, and what can I do? How can I be used? God bless you all.
Thank you, His Excellency. Her Excellency Dozima Ong, what message would you like to share to our youth for tonight?
Thank you. For me, I just wanted to remind all of you, the freedom that you enjoy today. Not at the same time, the young generation, the young people like you back in Burma, some are in the prison, some are in the battlefield, some are tortured. Their villages, their families are destroyed. So that is why I also would like to share our leader, Daw Aung San Suu Kyi once said, use your freedom to bring, to represent and use your voice to represent, to reflect for the voiceless who are in the jail, for example, who are fighting on the ground. But for those who are even living in the city, they don't have voice like you. So I just wanted to encourage and request, use your voice for the voiceless people in Burma. Thank you.
Thank you, Her Excellency. And His Excellency, Dr. Lim Sakong, what message would you like to share to our youth for tonight?
I would like to give you a message that you are our voices. You are our future. You are the one who is going to create a peaceful society here in America as well as back in Chin State and in Burma. You are the one who is going to bring peace and education. You are the one who is going to create our society strong and united. We need unity. You are our unity. Those who are sitting around here, you may be coming from many different places, but you bring unity here, energy here, the strength here. So use all these strength, use all these your freedom for the freedom of our future and our people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, His Excellency. Next, we have Mr. Tolop. What message would you like to share to your fellow youth for tonight?
Well, I'd like to firstly say is a question to ourselves, right? How many generations will it take to kill this awful regime that's committing atrocities all over our homeland? How many generations will inherit this pain? How much suffering are we gonna have? Isn't it enough? Thank you. We, the people, the Chin youth, have to have the three P's, I call it. Passion, perseverance, and persistence. We need to have these three qualities because we, our parents, our forefathers have went through those three P's. The perseverance and persistence and the passion. This is the longest civil war in the country, the world. This is the longest civil war in the world. It's still ongoing. This oppression must end somehow, and it starts with us, the youth. Finally, I'd like to say this. I believe in you. I believe in us. We can solve this problem together, and we will end this military dictatorship.
Thank you, Mr. Tolop. And thank you all to our panelists for your insights and inspiring message to our youth. Thank you for joining this panel discussion, Our Voice, Our Future. Thank you.